And now let's turn to Miles with our chart of the day.
This one's simple, not that complicated. Today, the biggest story in the market, in business news, maybe in regular news too, is Jeff Bezos. The fact that the American media company, which owns the National Enquirer, appears to have tried to extort him. That's at least what Jeff Bezos thinks. But it seems like for Amazon shareholders, this story is also very meaningful. This is a very simple chart here. This is since January 9th, when Jeff Bezos tweeted out that he indeed was separating from his wife, Mackenzie. Amazon shares are down about 5% in that period. Obviously, last week they had a very poor earnings report, but the market over that period is up about 4%. And I think this is a glaring chart if you want to continue to pretend that Jeff Bezos' personal life does not matter to Amazon. Now, again, I don't think this means Jeff Bezos needs to step down, that Jeff Bezos is completely unfocused here. But from an investor standpoint, in a market where a lot of things have gone up, especially tech names, Amazon was beaten down at the end of last year. They had a quarter that the street didn't love. And now we've just got a lot of headline noise about the personal life of the CEO, the richest man in the world, the guy who has the entire vision for Amazon. And you just kind of think, you know, was the board consulted on that Medium post last night? How much does the board need to be involved in the personal life of its CEO? And while I think the initial divorce story, a lot of people wanted to say, not a big deal, it's just something happening to his personal life, it is obviously a story for shareholders.
I will leave you with this nugget. Succession planning. That chart essentially says to me, the market is worried about a succession planning. Who is on that team that could step up today? Does anybody really know?
Who's the only other person you can name?
Andy Jassy.
That's the only other person you're going to name.
Do we know the succession plan for this company? I don't know. I don't see it out there being talked about on Wall Street.
Right. And also, you know, interesting, we're about 2 months away, based on the traditional timing of when Jeff Bezos puts out his annual letter to shareholders. I think, you know, second to Warren Buffett's letter to shareholders, this is the most important one for investors to read. He gives you a lot of information about what he is thinking about Amazon, about its year, about its company. And right now, it would seem hard for him to ignore, you know, some of his personal struggles in that shareholder letter.
It is definitely a distraction, no matter what. Yep. It has to be a distraction. And it reminds me not just of people going through something in their personal life with their partner, their spouse, but when a person is so closely tied to a brand, even like Howard Schultz and Starbucks. Right. You think you can separate yourself. You cannot separate yourself from a company that you have birthed. You are too close.
And just quickly, today's news confirms that it's not a usual divorce, right? It's not like they had irreconcilable differences, right? There's a lot else going on. You know, the personal, private investigation that Jeff Bezos is undergoing with his security team, all that stuff makes it a lot more complicated than just kind of your run in the mill, we couldn't work it out.
I know. I wish it were just like that nice tweet they sent out. That was so nice.
It started nice.
That's a month ago.
And now it's over. Brian Sozzi, thank you so much for joining us.
Have a great weekend.